It's recording.
I think it's recording anyway. Who knows?
Mine's red.
Yeah, I think mine was red the last time.
It just went off. Do you remember last time we were panicked? We were like, oh shit, didn't record.
Exactly. But then we'll find out. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to the Shotgun Bluecast. This is episode 3. Today I'm joined by Longshot and JoseyJames.
Hello.
Hey, what's up there?
What's happening, guys? What have you been playing this week, both of you?
What have you been playing, Yasin? I've been playing Last of Us 2.
You even did a damn good job playing Last of Us 2 as well. You
Yeah.
completed it, didn't you?
What?
Didn't you complete it in like, what,
Yeah,
3
yeah.
days or something?
Yeah,
You
3
fucking
days, but it was like
nerd.
8-hour sessions each or something, or even more
No,
sometimes.
The first,
Got the timing?
the first one was 2.5 hours. The second one was like 6 hours. The third one was like 7.5 or 8 hours or something like that. And then
Yeah.
your last one was short,
Yeah, it's like an hour and a half or an hour and 20 minutes or something.
just to finish it off.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Did you see there's a big petition around? Thousands of people signed it for them to change. Like loads of people that signed it for
Is that what
to change the storyline of Last of Us.
I see the
Like,
way
what
you say
fucking
it, but it's not like,
nerds. Like, there's no way they're going to do it like after
Well, remember they did it with Mass Effect 3?
they changed the ending or they changed the story.
Yep, change
Yeah.
the story ending. So that I never played it because I just don't replay games. So I don't. But,
Oh,
yeah,
I
then
don't-
maybe they could do Last of Us. I don't know.
I don't.
I don't think they will though. The Last of Us, I don't think they will. Because the changes
Yeah, me
people
neither.
want are like way bigger than just the very end of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Like some
But-
people are saying they want to change just the end of the game. At the very least, having Ellie. I'm sure Jews wonder. Have you seen it? You all know what happens, yeah.
No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil
All right.
it.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But like, especially with it being what the fastest selling PS4 game ever. So it was there.
Yeah,
Like I don't think they need to.
I know, but I think loads of people still just bought it. Like, if it had come out whenever other games were out, or if it wasn't in this lockdown, like I probably wouldn't have even got it, or would have stopped playing it because I didn't really give a fuck quite a lot of the way through it. Like, I mean, the action was good, but the story was okay. It was just the way it was done was so shit. Like, I didn't really mind the story, but it was just pretty fucking stupid.
It does seem a bit stupid.
Like
Some of the
it-
stuff.
Like,
Well, from what I've seen from your stream, anyway, I obviously haven't played it, but
yeah, like having the two different characters, like playing as a brand new character is sweet, but it would only really work if you're only playing as a new character. But if you're playing Ellie and then you go to a new character, you're like, I don't give a fuck with this character because I've been playing as Ellie already.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it would have took some balls to put just a new character in, I suppose. And then loads of people would have bought it. That's probably why they had.
yeah.
I suppose like with new characters, especially like after like one sort of game has set them up, because even like I just thought straight away off the top of my head there, like Telltale's Walking Dead series.
Yeah.
Like they had
I played a bit of one of them.
the first one, like you got really connected to this one character, and he saves like it's been out long enough that's not a spoiler. So there's like 5 seasons or whatever it is now. But you basically save this like wee girl in it, and then your man like dies in it at near the end, like basically right at the end. And
The main guy?
Yeah. So then, but he was a really good character, and you got a bit connected to him and everything. You've made all these decisions and everything, and then from like season 2 of it on, it was all you were playing as the wee girl until it went to a spin off where you were Michonne, like instead another character. But it took me like I played the second season of that, and a lot of people thought it was a better season and everything, but I just didn't really like it as much. I think it was just because I got connected to that first character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people comparing it to like Metal Gear Solid 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, the way I'm sure you've all played it, where you start off as Snake and then it switched to Raiden.
Yeah.
Like I
But
did
the way
hate that
it's-
at first time, but then I
Yeah,
actually
but the
quite
way
liked
it's
riding after a while.
yeah, I quite like Raiden. But the way it's done in Metal Gear Solid 2, it's not like without revealing too much of what happens. But it's not like Raiden did the dirty on Snake, and then you have to fucking play as Raiden, knowing that he's a complete wanker.
Yeah.
So like it kind of forces you into that. But that's just my 2 cents. Obviously, I haven't played it, but yeah, it looked nice anyway. It looks really good.
Oh,
but
looks stunning.
it
Yeah,
looks very corridory sort of gameplay though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think all like Naughty Dog games, like I don't really think Naughty Dog are that good. Like I don't think the Uncharted games are that great. They're just okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all the same shit over and over again.
Uncharted 4, which used to hold the record for fastest selling PS4 game.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good if Naughty Dog do it. Like when I suppose they know what they're doing, but it's just the same shit over and over again. You walk into a room, and there's a bunch of boxes, and you're like, oh, there's either going to be a shootout here, or I'll have to sneak around some people.
Yeah,
That's the same as every game. You see, like, oh look, there's a load of ammo. Oh, look, a new gun. Ah, something bad's gonna happen here.
But like,
it's a bit lazy though. It's like they should try and branch out them more, you know.
Theirs are just all the same, like everything. Like every room almost looks the same, just a different design in it. But the boxes are all in the same places. You have to jump over something. Remember in the first one? Do you remember in the first Last of Us? Like everywhere you went, there was either a dumpster, a ladder, or a plank. Every single place you went, there just happened to be a fucking dumpster, ladder, or a plank around the place.
The last of ladders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Play this post-apocalyptic ladder puzzle
ladder
game.
simulator.
Yeah, 2020.
Try use this ladder. Yeah.
Not as many ladders in Last of Us 2, Jade. Was that one of the reasons you weren't enjoying
yeah,
it as much?
I wasn't. Like, I liked whenever later on when you play as Abby a bit more, you do get a wee throwback and you get to put a plank over a few things. You get a couple planks. Don't think you get a ladder. I don't think I've seen one ladder actually. Or maybe
2 out of 10.
Yeah, planks. Overall, I'd say it's only like
ladders.
a 3 out of 5. I'd give it just for
Would
the.
you?
Like it was quite good, like cinematic and stuff, and the story is okay, but it's just told really shitly. Like they throw in all these different characters, and you're like, don't give a fuck about them. Like no matter who it is, and they're like, oh, Thingy had to kill his friend or something. You're like, don't give a fuck. Like, oh, Thingy had to kill his mom. And you're like, couldn't give a fuck. Don't know who she was. Don't know anything about it. There's loads of it. I was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like I've seen about 500 people. Nah, less than 500 probably. I've seen about 200 people die at this point really gruesomely, and I've killed quite a few of them. And now I'm supposed to give a fuck about this one person that I never heard about getting killed. Like I've seen some pretty gross deaths happening here.
Yeah.
This is pretty shit. Yeah, it's silly.
I kind of wish they'd focus the story. Well, as I say, I haven't played it, but the story more on the monsters and stuff. Like that's more interesting than the human relationships.
There's so much human relationships. I was like watching Saved by the Bell or something. The way they're all like, "Do you like?" Like I'll just make up names. Like, "Do you like Todd? I heard you like Todd." It's like, why did he say something when you're walking around all this place? Like, there's monsters and shit everywhere, and they're like, "Yeah, that's not what he was saying last week. I saw he was down there with Georgina," and you're like, "Oh really? What was he saying about her?" Like, I was just like, "I don't give. This is awful." The script is terrible. Loads of shit. Like it would have been good if you had it would have took some balls, but if you had just started the game as Abby, like at the start of the first game, or the end of the first game, or like halfway through, where she's bonding with like whoever, like her family and stuff, and then you find out why she doesn't like Joel, like a bit into it, you'd be like, oh, and then the whole game was hunting, trying to get Joel. Maybe that would be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
I seen some dude talking about it online. That Dreamcast guy. I don't know if you've seen him on YouTube, but he was saying like it felt like he was just playing like a serial killer. Like they put things in there to make it seem like she was more human, like playing with a dog and stuff like this. But at the end of the day, she was too brutal. Like you didn't have much humanity in her, so you couldn't really identify with her too much. Is that right? Do you think, or?
No, yeah, pretty much. But then Ellie is also kind of like that. I suppose how many people you kill as Ellie, but I suppose Ellie's out for some sweet revenge. But then I suppose then Abby's out for sweet revenge. But it's just you don't know enough about her to actually give a fuck about her revenge.
Yeah.
Like you cared more about in the first game. Remember, you meet a few people in the first game. Like you meet Bill, and you just sort of found out wee bits of his story. Remember Bill, the guy that set up all the traps around the place?
Oh yeah.
And you found out it was, I don't know, it was his boyfriend or something hung himself, but you've sort of connected more to him, like just from that, because you're playing as Ellie and Joel, and it's like them seeing it. But whenever you're Abby seeing things, like, you don't give a fuck. I suppose it's weird the way it jumps around. It's hard to give a fuck about things whenever you were Abby. It was a lot easier when you were Ellie. Yeah. That's it.
That wasn't the only game though you played this week, was it? Because I sat and watching a load of your streaming this week.
Yeah, I've been flat out playing games this week actually.
Yeah.
I played that What Remains of, it's quite an old one, What Remains of Edith Finch. Vinny's played that?
No, but
it
looked absolutely class.
Yeah, it's just a nice wee game because it's so like weird and unique. It's only like about 3 hours long, and you're about this girl going through her family tree. She goes back to the old family house. And you pretty much know every family member's dead because it says right at the start. and then it's just going through the family tree, telling you everything that happened to everybody, and then it goes into kind of different wee mini games where you play as each family member and how they ended up dying, basically. But yeah, it was really good. It's almost like reading a book or playing through a book. You know, the way a lot of times it's like playing through films, but this was more like a book because it was just the way it was narrated and stuff. Yeah, it was really cool. And then some dude on Twitch recommended me to play Oxenfree, which was made by the same people. Didn't you see that? Did you watch a bit of it?
I watched a bit of it. Another teen drama. You absolutely love teen dramas, mate.
It was. Yeah,
oh my god, go to the campsite.
Yeah, like, does Thingy like me? Yeah, well, just like that. But it was good. Like, apparently you get loads and loads of different endings or choose loads of different things. But mine was quite good. Mine was quite happy at the end, I think. I won't tell you anything in case you're going to play it, but I might play it again, but I'll wait a while. Too much shite talk, though. Like, there's so much. You have someone with you all the time. And you're trying to listen to. You get this wee radio where you try to tune in different frequencies where you can hear scary things and stuff. And because it's set in this island, like a World War II like bunker and stuff on it, and they get some alien frequencies through the radio, and then it does like some sort of weird time warp thing. But you're sitting there trying to listen on the radio, all these cool things, and there's some dude standing there talking about, I'm really glad I came here with you, blah blah, and you're just like, shut the fuck up. And then basically my last 4 games I've completed have all been playing as female characters as the main character.
It's time for the announcement, JJ. Is this the day?
Yes, that I'm a female. It's just because what's it called? I was speaking to Ali, and she was like, I was saying a bit. I was playing Last of Us. The girl that we work with, Ali, I was just texting her. She was like, "That's weird that you're playing a game as a female character." And I was like, "There's loads of games as female characters, as main characters."
Yeah,
that's it.
I don't get the whole controversy. They always say that, like, if you don't like a game and it's got a female lead, it's like, oh, you don't like it because it's a woman, and it's like. No, maybe I just like because it's like I like Horizon Zero Dawn, and he plays a woman all the time. So it's I'm not playing that going, it's a woman, and don't like it. She's no deck. Unless I've got a deck, I'm not interested.
There's also the Tomb Raiders. Tomb Raider is one of those popular franchises of all time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Big old teddies.
Big old teddies.
The big old teddies. remember it was good. Like, the good thing about the Tomb Raiders is you can go back to the very first one and go through and see the development of the teddies, graphics on teddies, teddy graphics, cones, and then they eventually got round, and then like I think it was PlayStation 2 when they brought the game out when they actually put a bit of bounce on them. I was like, my God, graphics! What will they do next? I remember in Tomb Raider 3 reading in one of the. Remember you used to buy like PlayStation magazines or like computer magazines and stuff back in the day. You still get them, but. I remember whenever ripples in the water was like a thing, because she was in the water and when she swam, there's ripples, and it was like this big new thing. Well, fascinating, isn't it? There wasn't ripples in water before then. That's what I'm saying. You would have jumped in water and swam, and you wouldn't have got nothing. Back in Tomb Raider 2, you would get a few white dots. Or white squares flopping up and splash. Like all else. Yeah. Did Naughty Dog make Tomb Raider?
No, that was Eidos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Eidos. It just seems very. It seems very Uncharted.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Uncharted was kind of like almost like a rip off of it, sort of, but not really, but kind of. But it was.
And then the relaunch of Tomb Raider was kind of like a rip off of Uncharted.
Yeah. It's weird. It went full circle. Yeah.
That's I hate about Naughty Dog games. Whenever you go up to the thing and it just comes up in big symbols saying what button to push, and you're like, why even put that in? Why not just keep it as a video sequence? Because it's kind of done like a video sequence. And you'd be against a door and it'd come up square, and then you hit it, and then you have to hit it again. Basically, you have to hit square 3 times, and you're like, why even put that in if it's telling me what to do? Just show her knocking through a fucking door.
Yeah, but they do that.
It's not actually playing a game. Just sitting there going, hitting it. Yeah. It's not.
What about yourself, Hussein? What have you been playing?
I've been playing. What have I been playing? Oh, I started playing Pillars of Eternity 2, which is first time I played it. I was like, nah, I don't really into this. But then I went back again. I was just like, I'll just pick up from where I was left off, and it's actually really, really good. It's better so far, anyway. I'm liking it more than Outer Worlds.
Oh
yeah, the characters are better in it. It's far funnier, and like just the stuff you can do just seems way more interesting. Like if you like fantasy RPGs, it's Yeah, definitely worth checking out. There's a bit of you get to have your own ship as well, Scotty, and you love it.
Nice. Yeah.
After Sid Meier's Pirates, you'd be well with that. But yeah, that was really good.
What are you playing on? PlayStation or Xbox or
Xbox?
PC?
Yeah, I do have it on PC, but then I was like, I want to get a console just because you can chill out on the sofa a bit more and stuff. But yeah, it's really good, man.
Right.
You probably like it, Jade, as well.
Yeah,
Nice. Not as much teen drama stuff though, so maybe you won't be as interested.
Nice. Do you make your own character?
Really yeah, you make your own dude, and then you get your own backstory and stuff.
Can choose what he looks like?
Yeah.
Or she looks like?
Yeah, you can do different creatures. You can be like a wee dwarf-looking dude, or an elf, or all this kind of shit. It's class. You'd love it. Yeah, it's brilliant. So it's like, I don't know, it's just really good. No, not space elf. No, it's
fantasy. It's not sci-fi.
I thought you said when you get your own ship. I thought you meant spaceship, but you mean
no.
Sailing ship.
Yeah.
I haven't done the ship combat stuff yet, though. I heard that could be a bit jank. And then I went back and played a bit of Deus Ex because of Cyberpunk. Just because I wanted a bit of Cyberpunk action in my life, so I thought Deus Ex would be the ticket.
What's Deus Ex like?
That's class, yeah. Have you played it, have you?
I played 1 or 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah. It's Mankind Divided. Yeah, it's really good. The only thing they've got like a European setting for Mankind Divided, but I wish they'd had a bit more like, you know, the kind of standard Blade Runner setting. But I guess you get that in the game before that. Can't remember the name of it. Human something, whatever it's called. Human Revolution. It's really good.
What do you mean European setting?
So this game set in
because it's set in Europe, or
it's set in like Eastern Europe, so it's kind of a mix. But yeah, it's pretty good. It got a load of shit when it first got released because they released it with loads of different types of versions, so people didn't know which one to buy. But it's just like it looks great. Like it's cool. There's so many different ways of doing levels as well. You can hack stuff, or go in guns blazing, or try and sneak around the place, or try and talk your way through stuff. Like yeah, it's pretty good. It's classy. Yeah, that's all I've been really playing. Haven't done too much gaming this week. I've been knee deep in Pillars. I was like, oh, I'll put this on a wee bit, because I wanted to play Desperados 3, and then every time I go to game, they won't sell it to me for some reason. So I was like, oh, I'll try Pillars again, and then once I started playing, I was like, actually, it's brilliant. Desperados 3 is fantastic though.
It looks amazing.
Why won't they sell it?
I don't know. They just kept saying, oh, we don't have it, and like the guy got really annoyed at me.
Basically, they don't have it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but it was out. He's like, oh, it's not released today, and I was like,
sorry, sir, these aren't for you.
Yeah.
These are for other people.
And then I just started shouting Black Lives Matter at him in the shop, and he got all shitty with me because I'm a brown man as well, you know.
Nice.
But yeah, no, that was me. What about you, Scotty? Any gaming exploits this week?
I haven't really played much this week, so I haven't, like, as in different games. I've been playing like Apex Legends loads again, just because there's a new game mode in it where it's like shotguns and snipers only.
Nice. How have you been doing it?
I've won 2, so I have.
Nice.
So, yeah, doing okay. There's like a shitload of gold weapons, which are like, you know, fully upgraded weapons on it, like just lying about, which are really cool to pick up. And you start like with the shittest gun in the game, the Mozambique, which is like this multi-fire shotgun sort of pistol, which is just bollocks. And an Evo shield, which is a shield that starts with like only 1 bar like of shield, but the more you kill, the more you do damage, you know, the more upgrades itself. So yeah, I've been playing that just with Scuba and Adamo, like a load. I should really record some. I keep forgetting every time. But saying that, like, it's completely random. Like, you know, we dropped like on the supply ship like in one game and died within like 10 seconds, and then the next game we were champions. it's very random, the result.
Do you get those people just camping out there if it's just snipers?
Yeah.
Or can you? Yeah. Is it Nightmare? Is it?
Yeah. Basically, your tactic is, well, what we've sort of found, like with that mode, that you have to get into battle fast, because like that's how you upgrade your shield. So as soon as you hear like any fire anywhere, you just start bolting towards that direction, because at least you know there's 2 groups of like, you know, guys there. Yeah. So then as soon as you see them, you just start sniping like fuck, trying to take them out, so you can get a better shield.
Running in like the guys from Team America, is that? You just like over there, quickly run.
But apart from that, like I've just been playing Apex and watching Jade like stream, and that's it.
Nice. I know I need to stream later, but no, I might get back on PUBG. Actually, I haven't played a battle royale in a while.
What was it you said to me again?
On PUBG, I win. Like, I win. I get wins every day. I'm a big deal in the PUBG world these days.
Name's JoseyJames on PUBG. I'm the big deal.
Yeah, I'm pretty big deal in it. I'm getting good. Get so many wins, but then there's people out there that are fucking amazing. But I think they've got bots in it now or something. Did you hear that? Did you know that? Yeah, like on. I don't know if it's on everything. Like, I haven't really shit at doing my research and things, but I was just told. And then whenever you're playing, I was just running. This guy out in the open took a shot at me, and I turned around, and he was just standing there. Like, and I was like, "Is this guy trying to hit me?" He just. Like,
are you sure it wasn't like me playing it or something?
Yeah, I don't know. It might have just been like an idiot playing, but no, I think it was a bot. I think there are bots on it now.
Sounds like me on DayZ.
Yeah. I wonder if the player base has gone down, has it? Is that why they put bots in there to fill up the servers?
I think what I read was something to do with it was a lot of people were just getting, all the unexperienced players were just getting annoyed because they would just be running around and getting killed because obviously the more experienced players were just killing people. So they put the bots in just to let them feel what it's like to get a kill or two, I think. But I don't know. I thought it was probably because maybe players were going down because of like Call of Duty and stuff being out.
Mm-hmm.
Battle Royale mode, so.
Yeah, every week there's a new Battle Royale game.
There's so many Battle Royales. In fact, like, any game that comes out now, they're always trying to attach in a Battle Royale mode.
Yeah, I know, like even Red Dead has one.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Halo one, like, when Infinite comes out.
Yeah, that'd be good. I'd
play that.
Yeah, I'd play that. I wish Halo was the way Halo used to be, like.
Yeah. Halo 2, Halo 3 were amazing.
Yeah, and Reach, I thought Reach was good too, but
Reach was good, yeah.
2 was probably the game I loved most, just because
I played it the most.
Summer, yeah. I loved 3. Like 3, they made the online better, but 2 just because at the time it was absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I loved it. I wish I was actually back in Halo 2 days. It was the best. So many different custom games people would have made and all, like cops and robbers and stuff. Did you ever play cops and robbers? Where it's like, you have to, if you're a robber, you have to freeze. If they say freeze, and they're like, freeze, and then they take you to jail and stuff. It was just different colors. And then the only way the robbers are allowed to kill the cops, I think, is beating them from behind, beating them off. And then, but
the old reach-around technique.
Yeah, the cops are allowed to shoot. I think they had shotguns.
Shoot that load.
Yeah, they're allowed to blow their load.
Was it Halo 2? Wasn't it Halo 2? I think it was Halo 2, not Halo 3. But Halo 2 had for the first time, like, your team talked amongst each other, like, and everything. But when the other team got close to you, you could hear them.
Yeah,
wasn't that right?
I think that was an option. I think on it, you could change it where you just couldn't hear them at all. No, it was actually because then you could hear them.
It was, yeah, because we were in what was it called? Was it called Zanzibar? The one with the big fan.
Yeah.
Like on it, that level.
Yeah.
So we were defending on Team Bomb, I think it was. But like we were all in, you're standing against the wall, and we heard this warthog, like, and then it just sort of stopped, and then all you heard was them like going, "The warthog is outside," and we all just burst out laughing, going, "The warthog's where? Where's it?"
Oh yeah, it was.
And he's just like, again, outside.
Like, yeah, because I remember there was a game called, I don't know if it was called Serial Killer or something, but it was done kind of like whoever was the killer in a different team, because you wouldn't be able to hear them until they were up close. But on their side, through their mic, they had to play music, like scary music or something, and that's when you knew that's how then the radar was off, and that's how you knew the killer was near you. That was one of the failed sort of custom games. The one that really took off was zombies, obviously. Halo 2 was the first thing that ever had zombies.
Loads of them had zombies then after that.
Yeah, and then they actually just brought them out as a game mode in 3 and stuff. And then whenever Halo 4 came out, they just fucking ruined zombies.
Yeah.
Infection, you're playing as those stupid fucking things.
Yeah, but
yeah, fuck, they were daft.
Right, we should probably move on to the news, since we're a good bit into the show already.
Nice.
Did you watch it? Well, talking of Halo, did you watch the teaser? Did you?
Yes, I did. Yep. Have you ever played Halo Wars 2?
No, I never played anything. But I heard they were good.
See, you're not really going to get the trailer then.
Yeah, so you can't watch it. You can't watch it.
No, just said like
But I've
because
already seen it.
like it was like I said this to you before. Like I said, like it was like just watching a wave file, something
Yeah,
like
it was,
watching
yeah.
Audacity or something.
Yeah,
But
nothing.
if you actually listen to the thing, it referenced fuck, who was it again? I can't remember their names. It was the bad guys. It was the bad guys out of Halo Wars 2. So it referenced them. They're that group. No, it's not the Fallen. It's not the Forgotten. The Banished. The Banished.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, the
So like
Forgotten Banished.
it's they're like a group of like banished like soldiers and aliens and all from different worlds. Which is it's a very, very cheap knockoff of the Covenant because it's brutes, it's elites, it's all the same guys. There's hunters in there. Yeah.
Just give them the option to have loads of different types of bad guys rather than just if you stick with one race, you kind of pigeonhole into having only these sort of types of dudes.
Exactly. So it was a message from them, which then suggests that they're going to be the antagonists in this. So you'll see the Master Chief go up against them. So yeah, see what that's like.
Yeah, hopefully get more in July anyway.
Didn't really give that much away, but yeah, hopefully
give anything away really.
Hopefully we do get like some more, like in July when they're announcing their own stuff.
It kind of slipped under the radar as well this week, I thought.
I don't really think though. I don't think they wanted like it to be a big thing or anything, because again their big thing is July, so I think they were just releasing a wee snippet like under the radar, just to.
Yeah, like so for example, like Cyberpunk. Remember when they did it was a month ago now, but they did it on Twitter. They just showed a video of a car rotating with the camera rotating around, and like people were talking about that for ages. But like you know what I mean? Whereas these guys show a wave file. That's not getting nothing.
Yeah, absolutely nothing at all.
Yeah. I look forward to it though.
Yeah. I'll move on to or sort of one bit of like serious news that we'll have that happened during the week. Yeah.
DJ, take note, boy. It's going to be in the future, boy.
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
So Twitch has started to ban users over sexual abuse allegations. In response to an outpouring of sexual assaults and abuse allegations involving talent and management firms, Twitch has started rolling out permanent bans. The company announced on Wednesday night. We prioritize the most severe cases and will begin issuing permanent suspensions in line with their findings immediately. Twitch has said this in a blog post, stating that it's still the process. They're still in the process of investigating some allegations. In many of the cases, the alleged incident took place off Twitch, and they need more information to make a determination upon it. So far, users I Am Spoon, Bless RNG, Warwitch TV, Dreaded Cone, and Wolf21 have been taken off the service. The biggest live streamers accused of misconduct, Tom Syndicate Cassell and Destiny 2 streamer Luno Say No to Rage, have not yet faced repercussions from Twitch, and Cassell has denied a recent sexual assault allegation, while Luno has published an apology video for his actions. Twitch's action has come off a platform blackout where users vowed not to stream for a day to raise awareness for the allegations. So, it's shit. It's really shit, and it shouldn't be happening.
What did they do? Does it say?
Kind of forcing people into different things. I mean, online. There's a lot of dodgy stuff. There's a hell of a lot of dodgy stuff.
Oh, like using their fame on Twitch to get
exactly. Yeah. And it's not even just to their fans. It's to like other streamers. It's the journalists. It's there's a lot of stuff.
What creepiness? I guess it's just like people probably don't realize they're creeps until they start getting some sort of fame. They're like, hold on a minute, I'm a creepy bastard. Any chance of getting?
So there's like it's just real dick moves. So there.
I think they know by now, like.
Yeah, but they don't. So hopefully it all gets sorted out, and hopefully Twitch and other streaming platforms actually introduce better ways to report stuff like that, and everyone can actually move forward to a safer service. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think it would have been an issue, I suppose, on Twitch, because it's almost just seems like people sitting in their own rooms by themselves. But then I guess whenever the cameras aren't rolling, they get people's contacts and they're like,
Exactly.
"Yeah, what's going on? Hey, you want to see my dick? Hey, couldn't help but notice you liked me. You liked my thing there earlier, my video. You want to see my dick?" That must be the mentality of it. It's like, hey, you gave me $5 there towards my stream. You want to see my dick?
On lighter news, Xbox Series X and PS5 released their startup sounds.
They're what?
Their startup sounds. You like you turn on your console. There's a startup sound.
That'd be good.
Have you heard these at all?
No, it'd be good if you get custom. If they brought out a bunch of different custom ones.
Yeah, you could do like your phone. You could just set up whatever you want.
Yeah, that'd be great. Why can't they do
that? All the time. Yeah, I know. That'd be fast.
Cool.
That's absolutely a fantastic idea.
Yeah, no. There you go. Don't let anyone say I patent that. But since I come up with it, it means you get to put your own custom sound, but then it also has to be me saying something as well. Hey, you want to see my dick? Put it on. Do-do-do-do-do. Want to see my dick? Twitch user JoseyJames has been arrested for asking 20 million people if they want to see his dick on the startup sound of the new Xbox.
I threw this piece of news in just because we've all worked on the show. Game of Thrones board game is being released as a video game.
Fuck me.
Yeah, there you go. So the board game was originally released in 2003. It'll be released later this year. 2 expansions are also set to be released. It's a straight, an adaptation of the game, just the board game to digital.
I don't even know what the board game is. Is it like Risk or something? It's kind of like Risk. No.
I don't know. I know it's set after Robert dies. I've never played it.
Robert Baratheon?
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Well, Ned's still kicking around, is it?
Yeah, what's her?
When Ned's still kicking around?
Oh yeah,
Ned was still there.
Ned was still there. Yeah, Robert Baratheon dies.
Oh, if you could play as Ned, that'd be cool. Ned's the only cool one in that whole bunch of Muppets.
Yeah.
The rest of them all just kind of boring bastards, aren't they? Game of Thrones. Sorry to start the show, but
the characters. Yeah.
Ned was a bit of coolness about him.
I loved on season 6 whenever Ian McShane was in. It was class. Like he was only in for 2 days.
Yeah.
But whatever, when he's there to get to meet him.
I heard some stories about him.
It's hilarious. He was hilarious. I loved him.
Sounds like a good day.
Yeah, he was.
He did like his lunch.
He didn't. He picked up the lunch. I went for ages to get the lunch and they brought the box up and just picked it up and booted it because he was like, now they have to get us a chippy or something. And made his driver go to the chip shop for him. I'm sure we had to just say it.
Yep, yeah, chippy.
Yeah. But no, he was actually really sound, dead on.
Yeah, he's still a good actor.
Yeah, he's real good. I was actually just finished watching Deadwood. I finished season 3 of Deadwood.
Deadwood's fantastic.
Yeah, Ian McShane just carries the whole thing. Like, it's good enough anyway, but he just fucking is beyond good.
Absolutely great.
Joy.
Aren't they making is there another season or a film or something like that now?
The film's out already.
Oh, is it?
Is it out already?
Yeah, you can watch it.
I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, that's because it snuck past us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. Like it's set 10 years later. I watched the start of it there the other day, and obviously everyone's aged, but it's set 10 years later anyway. So
nice.
Oliphant is in it, isn't he? Is he still the main dude?
Oliphant, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I always thought Ian McShane was more the main dude.
I think he wasn't supposed to be the main dude, but then I think as it went on, they started introducing more and more stuff with him. They did with I don't know if you've ever watched The West Wing. No.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show, but it was originally about one of the characters in it. But because the pilot went out and it was sort of deemed that all these characters are amazing, should you not write more about them? So then they made the whole show about a whole I think it was 6 of them or 7 of them or something.
Oh,
instead.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, well, Deadwood does that as well. I mean, it goes through. There's quite a lot of main characters, but Oliphant you would definitely think was supposed to be the main character, but then just Ian McShane, you just love seeing him on screen. He's so good.
He's great. Right, on to some other news. I'm pretty sure none of us play this game. But Smash Brothers is releasing a new character from ARMS. ARMS being like I think it was like a robot sort of fighting game. The game's DLC character will be Min Min from the Switch game.
Min Min.
Min Min.
Oh, Min Min's in there.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
the hell is Min Min?
This-
Did they put the Fallout guy in the Smash Brothers game as well? The wee Fallout dude?
I think they did. Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
was.
I think it was released like last week or something,
Yeah.
wasn't
This one, bit of news here though, I absolutely loved. Guinness World Records have reinstated Billy Mitchell's scores on Donkey Kong and Pac-Man. Have you ever seen Billy Mitchell? Do you know who this is?
I know who he is.
Guy
That's
from,
fantastic.
is
There was a
he from
documentary.
the documentary,
called
yeah,
King of Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I thought that's who it was. But,
He
yeah.
definitely. How did he reinstate him though? You've obviously seen it. That
Well,
video footage
yeah,
he
yeah.
has is dodgy ass balls.
Well, see,
That he
so
recorded
basically
himself. on his
the ones in particular they're going on about are he had the highest score in Donkey Kong with 874,300 points on November 7th, 1982. Then he got a perfect score on Pac-Man, which is 3,333,360 points on the 3rd of July, 1999. Then he got the highest score in Donkey Kong again in 2005. Then the highest score in Donkey Kong again, 2007. And then the highest score in Donkey Kong again with 1,062,800 points on the 31st of July, 2010. So it was believed that he used an emulator, which are easily manipulated, to get those scores, but he produced overwhelming evidence that has cleared him.
what an
So-
absolute fucking what a pimp. He's a
I'd
fucking-
love to have been in that courtroom, watch them stand,
Yeah.
watch him
I,
stand and give his testimony.
if
How
anyone,
dare they?
if anyone listening to us hasn't seen King of Kong, you should. It's a great documentary.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. Especially as, like it seems like something you wouldn't be interested in, and then as soon as you start watching it, like I know people who don't play video games,
Fantastic.
you absolutely love it. But
Yeah.
there was a follow up though, wasn't there? And it was like about some other dude who apparently beat both those records,
Yes,
which I haven't seen. But
obviously that mustn't have happened. Obviously, it
That
mustn't.
didn't happen. That was a lie.
There must have, maybe he did, but then he beat them again or something. I don't know. I had to look into it more.
Billy Mitchell, like
Yeah.
Billy Big Balls
Billy
is
Mitchell,
back.
yeah. Is Billy Mitchell married? I won't be
Are
surprised.
you
if sex-
interested, James? Yeah.
I
Well,
won't
maybe
be
get his
surprised
contact details.
sexual
Yeah.
allegations will come out soon. you can't be that big in the video game world and not be
Showing you
trying to
dick
get
somebody for a $5 pop.
yeah. I would. I got the best score in 1982. Want to see my dick? Sorry, I keep making light of these issues.
Did you play the Batman games?
Yeah, played the first
Arkham
two.
City, Arkham Knights, whatever, all them there. Yeah. Did you like them?
Yeah, I mean, they're the same thing over and over, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought they were very playable games. Yeah, good and everything.
Yeah, same
Rocksteady.
as-
So Rocksteady, who made them, are working on a Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the domain name Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has been registered, which kind of suggests the game's title and the content.
Have you seen any of the art of what the Justice League look like? See if Aquaman looks the way he looks in the films. Get out of my face. It's ridiculous. Is he not normally a blonde guy?
He normally is a blonde guy, yeah.
With
Yeah.
like marigolds on. The back of riding a dolphin.
Yeah, I suppose he's daft enough anyway. Like just the fact that he's in there. Hopefully, maybe the opening tutorial will be killing him.
Yeah.
Get him out of the way.
Another reveal this week was Marvel Avengers. They gave off some footage and some gameplay and all that jazz there. But the thing I've took away from it is that the game seems to be available on next-gen consoles on release day. They've said that there'll be a free upgrade available, whether it be hard copy or digital, like you've bought beforehand. And that's for the PS5, and the Series X. Now, this comes as news because PlayStation haven't announced anything to do with this whatsoever about games getting upgraded for free, like Xbox have been championing
Championing at the best.
at the bit. they've been championing, about their smart delivery system, and they've done videos and everything about it, and they've really been promoting it. So it wouldn't surprise me if the PlayStation either want to copy that or just had it in their pocket the entire time, because everyone was sort of expecting it, going, well, if they're doing it, why aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I always thought both of them were doing it, but
No, just the one. So
I suppose that there's whenever I don't follow any news, I guess I just assume everything. I'm like, oh, this is happening. Yeah.
Did you watch it, Scotty? Did you any of that?
Yeah.
Stuff,
Good.
Guess you didn't watch it, Jade, did you?
Did I watch what now?
I've been too busy laying down the streams for your entertainment, playing the games. Wait, I might start a game tonight. Actually, new game.
There's one that's caught my eye on Game Pass that I want to have a go at. I might stream it.
You should try that one I was talking about. This War of Mine. We should all try it. We should all try it, because there's no way any of us. Yeah, there's no way any of you two or me, there's no way we'll get to the end of the war, because it's so hard, and it's so depressing, but it's hilarious.
Is he looking for his dead son or something on the battlefield?
No. It's all.
War of Mine, no? Is that the old guy, no? Or am I thinking of a different game?
Well, no, this is called This War of Mine, the Young Ones or something. So maybe it's a different one, where it's just in a house, you're given this here random place where you're trying to survive a war. You're not going to war or fighting or anything, you're just trying to survive, to keep heat and keep food and keep someone to sleep. It's hard as fuck, so someone usually has to stay in the house while you go out raiding at nighttime. And so if everyone goes out raiding, then the house can get broken into and people steal shit. But yeah, it's really hard.
You should all be playing Yakuza 0, sitting there like chumps. When you've got a gold mine of Yakuza 0 sitting there, I don't know why.
The fighting looks so shit. The fighting looks
you
awful.
No idea.
I don't know. You told me Sekiro. You told me.
You've no interest.
You told me Sekiro was good.
Oh, Sekiro is good. Sekiro is amazing. Maybe it's just too difficult for you.
It's too easy.
It's too high, right?
It's too much jank.
What are you talking about? Jive talking.
Dad, you need a good game, Oxenfree. You need something like that.
Yeah, you want some more teen drama?
There's not enough teen drama.
Yeah. Some guy. Teen drama, isn't there? It's him going about with a kid.
That's not teen drama. That's a different show altogether. That's a.
Yeah, you might.
Talking about drama, Pokemon had another announcement. So they did this week for a game called Pokemon Unite. It appears to be a MOBA game. Anyone who doesn't know what a MOBA game is, it's it's in the kind of Dota 2 or League of Legends, that type of thing. Confirmed playable characters will be
Got it.
Confirmed playable characters will be Pikachu, Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Machop, Snorlax, Haunter, Talonflame, Clefairy, and a few others.
Clefairy?
Yep, Clefairy.
You had me on board with Squirtle.
Though the announcement video the announcement video has become the most disliked Pokemon Company video ever, with 170,000 dislikes in its first 24 hours.
Fuck.
So on to a winner, Pokemon. On to a winner. That's the end of the news, apart from Cyberpunk Night City Wire.
Yes.
Do you want to have a go at that, Hussein? You watched the entire thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I did watch the entire thing, and then I watched a bunch of streamers talking about it as well. Did you see any of it? Did you see the reviews? No.
I saw parts of it, and I was reading parts of it.
I'm trying to avoid anything from Cyberpunk just because.
All right. I might spoil some stuff.
Tell me.
I might spoil some stuff.
No, go ahead.
Well, basically, they did in the Night City Wire. They did a trailer of the game, and then they talked to the developers about some stuff you can do. The trailer looks amazing, but they only showed like the first kind of couple of hours of the game. And what's people were saying like a 50-hour game, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they showed a detective mode bit where you can you get the digital footage of somebody. Do you ever there's a sci-fi movie, I can't remember the name of it, where they traded in records, you download somebody's record of stuff they did and then you watch it as playback. There was a sci-fi movie about it, can't remember the name of it. Anyway, it's a bit like that, kind of.
Was that a Blade Runner?
No, not Blade Runner. It's another film like that. It's
Is it where they like inject a thing and then you get that person's memories? No.
yeah, I
What
think
they're
so.
talking about?
Yeah, and then he witnesses a murder in the film.
Yeah, like
Yeah, and they have to go on the
through someone
kinda-
else's eyes.
Yeah. It basically does
Yeah.
that in the game, which is kind of cool.
Right.
So that looked kind of interesting. Although some people were saying it looks a bit jank, but
Mhm.
the couple of major takeaways from it. So at the beginning of the game, when you make your character, there's like 3 different types of characters you can do. Kind of sort of builds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of them is like out in the desert area, so it's called Nomad. So you're like out. You start off outside Night City, and then your opening chapter is getting to Night City. It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
that's
second
cool.
one's called like Street Kid. So you're like in the slums of Night City, and you're just like a little low-level gangster, and you're sent on a mission to rob a car or something like this. And then the third one is, I can't remember the name of it, but you're set in like the high rises, so you're like a businessman, and then you go down to the ground level of Night City to do like a kind of corporate shady job.
Nice.
But it looks amazing. Like everybody's saying, like the 3 different starts are all quite unique, and like the stuff you can do, and then how you can adapt your character. And then they went on a bit more about the how you're going to customize your appearance. So apparently you do foreskinned and unforeskinned penises, just so you know, in case you're
In the future, you don't want a
Just-
foreskin in the future.
foreskin right. What if you knew, Dick? That's what
It's
it's
all to do with like wind resistance.
Yeah.
I want like
Oh,
I
yeah.
want maximum velocity.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
walking
slow it
about.
down.
So
Shouldn't
can you
have
just
got that
walk?
foreskin.
Since you can do that, like, I mean, can you just walk about? Do you think with your dick out and stuff?
I don't know.
Fuck.
They were saying basically as well, like some of the interesting stuff. If you want to do relationships in games, not that I don't never really bother with that kind of stuff, but you can do. You can so depending on how
I don't
you
know.
just-
I watched you play Witcher 3. You're any woman that was you were
I tried. It was like
You were
real.
getting-
I tried my hardest. I got nothing. I got
you're,
nothing.
get-
These games.
you're like throwing away storylines in your dialogues just to try and get the buck. You just try and see some computer generated titties. You're like, oh, never mind that.
Never mind that shit.
Yeah.
Give them CGI movies. The CGI movies in Cyberpunk look amazing. Also, they've
You
got
see-
like ray tracing in it as well. So hopefully that'll be coming to the Xbox and PlayStation 5. But it
Mhm.
looks fantastic, and the way you can approach different missions seems really interesting. You can go stealth or full on action, or you can hack your way through, and then they said like all the different conversations will have loads of different options and like multiple endings, and then even in those multiple endings there's different variations of those endings depending on what alliances you've had. So there was I was watching I think it was Lana Pierce was talking about it. She said that she went in and one of the missions she had to do because she ended up siding with one of the gang leaders, he helped her in the mission she had to do. But she said that like she talked to other people who were doing it, and they said because they didn't side with that mission, that gang leader, they had to fight them as like a boss at the end of
Yeah.
this mission. So
That's
stuff
a lot
like that seems really
kind of
cool.
it is kind of a lot like Witcher 3 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
with it.
there's
Mhm.
a lot of stuff like that whenever you're fighting at Cairn Morgan, if you were dead on to that gangster in the city, I forget the name of the city, he'd come
Yeah.
up and help you, but I wasn't dead on to him, so he didn't come help me. But yeah, but it's
all
cool.
that kind
Like,
of stuff's cool.
I mean, the amount of stuff they put into Witcher 3 and it wasn't even as well advertised, I don't think, as what this is. Like,
Yeah.
this is probably going to be absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
this one's been hyped up so much. Like, what's
Yeah.
like your own personal hype, you saying? Like
Oh, mate.
going into this was already at 10 out of 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, when they showed that trailer, was it 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and it was the woman in the street. Do you remember that? I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah,
The cop.
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, I'm in. The dude's making The Witcher, making us games set in the Cyberpunk world. I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, lad. And then the
Like-
more they've shown of it, the better. It just looks amazing.
What if you get the game, you're playing it, and within the first hour the Reeves dies,
Oh, hey, come on now, come on now.
I don't
I-
care.
I-
if Reeves dies.
and there's
Oh,
no
what's
and there's
this?
no hologram back or anything again. That's him. He's done.
I don't
He's
like
gone
this.
out.
Well, that's-
He's
that's a
he's earned
down
he's earned
version of
he's earned his
Metacritic.
paycheck. He's done his 10 minutes. He's done his
I
10
thought he
minutes
was.
of,
I thought he
like,
was
you
only
know-
going to be there for 10 minutes. I only
Yeah.
heard
Oh,
recently that
apparently.
he's in it quite a lot.
Yeah, straight. Yeah, he did apparently he did like 12 days of filming of recording in the CD Projekt Red. So they said he's got the most dialogue in the game outside of the main protagonist, is what they've said.
Probably no one else talks.
Yeah, why would they? Your phrases around the place, giving you
But,
Jim.
It's just him. It's him and like 10 words.
what,
Yeah.
what, yeah,
It's just like clips from his movies
Whoa.
cut up.
yeah.
Bring me Peter Pan.
Yeah. I don't remember Keanu Reeves saying that, did he? What
Oh
else
yeah,
he in?
he was definitely in Hook. Yeah.
What else did Reeves say? What other type of sound bites could you get for Reeves?
They only showed a little bit of him in the trailer at the very end where he says "fuck." So I was like, "Ah, nice. It's exactly what Reeves would say in that situation." But
That's exactly what Reeves said. That situation, I know because I'm his personal friend.
yeah, as a personal friend of Mr. Reeves, I call him Mr. Reeves because I like to
Uh,
yeah.
Well, Sammy McGrady, she worked on Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revelations. She said he's dead on, but you don't know what way to take him sometimes. Remember, what's his name talking about him? Not Tommy the Armorer. What's the other armorer called?
Oh yeah,
He's talking about,
yeah.
I made him a sword. I gave him a sword and all this sort of stuff.
He upset him.
Yeah.
He facked up his sword order and probably upset Reeves. Reeves was
Yeah.
gonna be happy.
But then he let Reeves keep the sword. He gave Reeves a copy of the sword or something.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I don't know. But outside the city, what's this outside the city look like? I thought it was all
Well,
just city based.
No, it's like a desert wasteland place. It's
But
a
is
bit
it
like
big?
Carnage. Yeah, apparently it's massive. So they
Nice.
said there's like 7 different zones within Night City, and then one of the zones is this the wasteland sort of place. So you can, and then those guys in the wasteland, they like augment their cars the same way people augment their bodies in the city. So their cars like
Put a big dick on the
put
car.
a big dick in it.
Do you want foreskin on your car?
Yeah. That's good.
Can you just get in my car here?
Yeah. Go, Jade. I want no dick, all foreskin. Flopping around thing. It's awful.
Yeah, so it looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait for it. I'm really
Yeah.
excited. All the people who played it as well said that their excitement is now like through the roof because they've now got to experience it. The only criticism I've heard is that it was firing a lot of information at you quite quickly. But I don't mind that because if you're locked in a place, because the thing with like game reviews and stuff, whenever they play a game, they've got a short window of time to play it. And all those guys who were testing it, they had 5 hours, so it was like get through as much of it as possible, you know. But if you play it yourself, if you like it like me, take your time, dander around and stuff. And because the levels as well, apparently for all the characters that you meet in the game, they'll put stuff in there like the tech guy who does your arms and shit and gives you the new cybernetics. Like they've put stuff in his little office to do with his character, but it's not necessarily related to the story. If you know what I mean, it's related to his story, but it's just little stuff that helps them build the character. Like they're putting so much detail into this, it's gonna be
like
if it's not, I'll be very surprised.
I know I keep talking about Witcher 3, but even the detail in Witcher 3, and that was like far older and far smaller, and still holds up so good. You can still find things. I seen a thing recently. I was reading about people finding lift. Have you seen the lift in Witcher 3?
No.
No, when you go over to the Skellige, the wee islands, kind of like Ireland. It's all us Northern Irish people talking about. There's that castle. What's his name? I forget the guy's name. And he has the son and daughter. One of them ends up becoming the empress or emperor, depending on what you do. But no, there's that there castle way up high. Yeah. There's a lift that no one knew about for years. That instead of having to run all the way up or using the fast travel thing, there's actually a lift, like a wee that goes up on a rope. You can get on instead.
Oh, amazing!
It was just discovered the other day. That someone said that's really cool.
Yeah,
I love Witcher 3 so much.
You see, is it the Skellige Island as well? There's some woman you send off to get punished. You don't see what happens to her, but then later on in the game, they send her off to be like to get killed, to get executed or whatever. But later on in the game, you can only just come upon it. But when you're sailing to where like you have to go, apparently there's an island, and then on that island is that woman like strung up dead. Because they just found that island and let her killed. But it's like, but it's not like, oh, look over there, look at this. It's just there,
it's just subtle.
Cool. Yeah. So
yeah, man, so good. Like the stories it is definitely one of the best games ever.
Yeah.
Fuck, I love it. Oh, boys. Get me started. I'm going to start streaming a new playthrough of Witcher.
523 episodes later.
Yeah.
Talking about games you love to play. What's coming out this week? Any ideas? What is coming out this week?
Let me think. No, I don't know.
Well, most of it is a load of balls that I have no intention of playing.
Never heard of
it. you get 2 of them. On the 2nd of July, we'll have Biped coming out in the Switch.
What's that? Just 2 legs?
Honestly, don't know. I literally saw it. I'd missed it, and then I saw it, and I just put it on the list there. 3rd July, you have Down the Rabbit Hole for PS4, Gun Club VR, PS4, Big Pharma, PS4 and Switch, The Wonderful 101 Remastered on the PS4 and Switch, Iron Man VR, PS4.
Did you get to fly around as Iron Man? Like, I don't really like
do.
Iron Man, but...
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing it.
Good.
Yeah. Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack on PS4, and the 7th of July you have Catherine Full Body on the Switch.
Catherine Full Body?
Have you never seen that game?
No,
it's been out. Yeah, it is. It's kind of not like like XXX rating or anything, but yeah. Catherine's been out on the Xbox and PS4 and PC for years.
Yeah.
So
they
that's
to make Persona.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like people who played it. I know who've played it. So
yeah,
it's fantastic.
it's got really good reviews and all. So it has.
Yeah, just
But
never tried it.
the only one of these games at all that well, I considered playing Big Pharma because it was on sale the other day on stream.
Big Pharma sounds like a rapper, doesn't he? Yo, Big Pharma.
But it's
my crops.
It's almost like
working on the farm. I'm a big farmer. Yeah. A lot of history down that road, yeah.
It seemed like it was like Theme Hospital, like the really old game.
Oh
yeah.
I got a wee bit like that, but then there was one just out there, which I can't remember the name of right now. That's out on it's on Game Pass. There's one like that, so there is already. So I don't really care about it. Iron Man VR, I'll probably end up getting. So I'll just play through it, like the Spider-Man one and stuff. So yeah, I'll see.
Spider-Man VR. Did you try it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What was it like?
I liked it. Like, it was short. It was just a demo. Like, you basically, I think that the best part of the whole thing was putting on your mask. You sort of like you walk over the room and you can go, just like thin things, and then you can walk over and put on your mask, but you just like lift the mask and go, like you're into the thing, and then you can just like swing around the city and fire stuff at robots. And
how do you swing around the city? What do you do? Are you on your controller or are you using the dildos? Oh, right.
Using the dildos.
Oh, I hate using the dildos. I like the controller.
That's all right.
Yep. Use the dildos, CD. But yeah, so you move on forward and you hit that way, and then so you're just swinging, letting go, swinging. Yeah.
Nice.
Batman VR. Do you play that Batman VR, Scotty? Apparently that's pretty good.
No, but Emmett was talking to me. I think it was earlier on today actually. I was talking to him about that because he said it was really good. It focuses more on the detective bits.
Yeah.
So that'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna have to have a go on that.
Yeah, apparently there's a bit in that where you get to put on your mask.
I think they all have it. Probably Iron Man.
It's the thing to do in VR here. Put on your mask.
Love putting on masks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's everything that's coming out this week.
Cool.
And I think that's all the news done as well. We haven't forgot anything, have we?
Yeah. Oh, just a quick mention, Biomutant. Anybody got there?
Yep.
You should check this out because it looks amazing. It looks class. Open world RPG, kind of Ratchet and Clank, but it's got the combat of sort of Devil May Cry. And yeah, it looks cool. They released a bunch of new. They did like a 10-minute gameplay reveal thing. So this game is supposed to come out like 2018 and then 2019 and then 2020. So who knows when it's coming? But apparently it's been made by like less than 20 people, which is the really it's like 18 people or something are making it, which is really cool. So yeah, it looks really good. And then the way you can make your dude, so how you do your stats at the beginning shows the appearance. So if you make him really smart, you'll have like a big like furry head, or if you make him really strong, you'll have like a big head but a big body but small head. So yeah, looks cool. Looks really good. I can't wait for that. So yeah, check that out, boys and girls out there on the old interwebs.
I'll try it maybe.
I got your balls. There's no teen drama in there, James.
I'm just waiting.
You just want to
James,
yeah.
you should have a go at that. What's that shite game I played? Coffee Talk Coffee.
Oh,
whatever
mate,
it's called. Yeah, you'd love that.
You'd love
Why?
that, man.
It's just drama the entire time. You basically listen in on people's conversations and serve them coffee.
Oh, nice! I might try that. Where'd you get it?
It's on it's on Gold actually.
So yeah, I'll get it.
So it's free game this month. You have to download.
How long does it take to complete?
I did the first day. It stopped.
You can't complete it. So you just keep working.
No, like I think you do. I think you just go through it and complete it. There was so much talking that I just gave up.
I'll go for it. I've actually liking just playing games that no one really plays or talks about, just to see what they're like.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
'cause
I like
I'm
that.
bored because everything's all the same nowadays. But I'm looking
think I-
forward to actually Hellblade 2. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, Hellblade 2 looked good. Yeah,
Yeah. First one was fucking class. Did you play it?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Did you play it?
a
Yes.
bit of it. No, didn't complete it, but I just.
Ah man, the end
You
is
go back.
class, as in the fighting the way through it. I was speaking actually of ends and stuff. Just one quick spoiler because we were talking about titties, computer generated titties earlier. But one spoiler in The Last of Us 2, you see. I was like, no. She does. She gets some. She gets some.
Was that the asking you about? Does she... I heard
Well,
something.
Does someone?
it probably says that because probably back when people thought she was like something maybe, I don't know, but no, she's just a woman getting a strong looking woman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my titties are bigger. I was like looking at them, just like pathetic.
JJ's like, oh,
I was like sucking my own titty while I was playing it. My titties can't reach my mouth. Wise up, everyone.
Right, so with that resolution, we'll sign off for today. See us all next week, where we'll have another riveting conversation about the news and what we've been playing.
Yeah.
See us next.
Alright, I'll see you later. I'll let you know when I'm streaming later. You can come take a look.